Peru News Today. All you need to know about Peru.
Jorge Fossati happy that Paolo Guerrero is starting to play in Peruvian soccer. The coach of the Peruvian national team highlighted that Paolo Guerrero will continue to demonstrate his validity in Liga 1 after signing for César Vallejo. Jorge Fossati began his work at the helm of the Peruvian national team, waiting for his official debut next month in the FIFA double date, where he will face Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic in friendlies that will take place in Lima. The coach will have to announce the list of those called up for those duels, in which the inclusion of the historic Paolo Guerrero appears as a possibility after completing his signing for César Vallejo. At 40 years old, the forward will play for the first time in Peruvian soccer, and Jorge Fossati was happy for his validity. "I am happy that Paolo is starting to play in the Peruvian league. He demonstrated all his hierarchy abroad, and last year he demonstrated his validity defending LDU. Not only being on the squad, but also being a protagonist in the Ecuadorian tournament and in the Copa Sudamericana." Fossati opens the doors to Guerrero. Paolo Guerrero, historic scorer of the Peruvian national team, returned to the bicolor during 2023 and came to act in the 6 games played so far in the South American qualifiers. Despite the age of the Predator, Fossati insisted that his conditions will prevail for an eventual call-up. "I don't have any distrust of Paolo's validity. He will logically continue to demonstrate it. He is not a player who wanders around the world for 5 years. This is not the case with Guerrero. He is becoming a current player. That's why I insist that you don't look at the ID, look at the performance. Let's look at the validity, the topicality, since the hierarchy was seen too much," he said. Following up on Liga 1, Jorge Fossati has attended various matches in the first 2 days of Liga 1 2024, specifically in Lima, when Alianza Lima and Universitario de Deportes were at home. However, the Charwa pointed out that he has in mind traveling to Trujillo. Paolo Guerrero would debut with César Vallejo on February 18, as well as to high-altitude cities. Not only for Paolo, the possibility of going to see a game in Trujillo is latent, especially on the plane. "I do not rule out going to watch the game in Cusco, but there are several things to organize," he said. After the friendly matches in March, the Peruvian national team will have 2 more tests in June before beginning its participation in the Copa America that will be held in the United States. After that, in September, the South American qualifiers resume, in which the bicolor is in last place. Leave us your comment and subscribe to continue growing, and follow us on our social networks, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram and TikTok.
Peru News Today. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.